First, the headlines. The British Museum made false claims about why it removed the word Palestine from displays, a Middle East Eye investigation has revealed. Internal emails show the terms Palestinian and Israelite occupation were also erased in direct response to months of lobbying in 2024. When asked at the time, the museum and its director flatly denied this. My colleague Lucy Anais reported in February.
I've come to the British Museum here in London to check out the exhibition behind me, after it sparked controversy after removing the word Palestine from some of its displays. The museum told us the term is no longer considered neutral, and it had opted for more historically accurate language.
The museum had added that the changes were based on audience testing. However, a Freedom of Information request reveals no such testing occurred. The term Palestine was removed due to private and public complaints by pro-Israeli organisations and activists, not impartial focus groups. Pakistan's foreign ministry has said mediators had concluded another round of indirect negotiations between the US and Iran in Doha. They said positive progress was made and discussions would continue. The indirect talks come amid tensions in the Strait of Hormuz, where the US and Iran continue to trade fire despite a formal ceasefire. The US insists on freedom of navigation, while Iran is determined to maintain control over transit and ultimately charge fees for passage of the waterway. As the disagreement continues, the UN has been forced to suspend its attempts to evacuate seafarers out of the area. Roughly 10,000 remain stranded at sea. An apparent rift between the US and Saudi Arabia has come to light following a report by the Wall Street Journal. The dispute reportedly began in May when Saudi Arabia denied the US use of its airspace and bases to launch Project Freedom, Trump's attempted mission to guide ships through the Strait of Hormuz. The US then threatened to withhold a delivery of missile interceptors, which the kingdom needs to defend against Iranian fire. Saudi Arabia eventually backed down, but tensions appear to remain. Saudi Arabia did not appear at the G7 summit last month, and US Secretary of State Marco Rubio skipped the kingdom on his recent tour of the Gulf states. It reflects growing regional distrust of the US as a reliable security partner since the war on Iran began. Up next, Palestinian journalists face a new kind of jeopardy.